So Brent, what's your in, baby? Or I guess that's what's your name, baby. Cool, cool handle name. Thank you very much for shouting me out, and I'm very flattered. It's one of your first vlogs, so great to see you vlogging. Gotta say as well, you know, the moment that I saw you on the vlog, the first thing that I thought actually was Spud from Trainspotting. I mean, you didn't play a very big part in the movie, but you know, he's a nice guy character, and he was like the poster boy for one of my favourite movies ever, Trainspotting. So I thought that was pretty cool, actually. Okay, I love the frames. Yeah, cool, man. I mean, it's cool. You got a real impact on the screen, so I'm really looking forward just to seeing what else you have with your vlogs, man. So yeah, man, thank you for firing one out at me and firing some questions out. But first things first, you asked me a kanji, the kanji which you got on that picture on the wall. Good news is it's not a weird kanji. It's a very nice kanji. I tried inputting it, and it wouldn't come. I couldn't get it to come out on the standard sort of kanji input, so I sort of hand wrote it out. It turns out it's not one of the standard kanji. It's kind of an old kanji which got phased out. But I'll send you a link on the sidebar over there. For what I found, it seems to have another kanji which is sort of taken over its use, but basically it means happiness. It's a good kanji. It's nice to have up on the wall. But yeah, I mean, you know, I didn't know that. I had to look it up. Electronic music, man, Japan and electronic music, and my background in electronic music. It's one of the things which drew me to Japan. You know, there's so much good electronic music over here, and yeah, I used to DJ back in New Zealand. I want to do a vid one day, which I'll do on my main channel, about my progression of musical styles that I sort of went through when I was playing. And this is another thing I've got to say. All the advice I give on music, I haven't really been in what I would consider up to date with the music scene really in about 5 years now. So some of my stuff is a bit old, and this is kind of why I do want to get on my channel and ask for some, you know, advice on what's good lately. The other qualification is that I know that you're thinking electronic music for learning Japanese, but as you'll be aware, even with English, electronic music often isn't very lyrical. So yeah, it's kind of like when I go to karaoke, the closest thing I can do is sometimes there'll be some sort of rap music by some groups with good DJs or good electronic backgrounds, but it's kind of hard to find really good sort of music. There is by female vocalists with good sort of, with a lot of electronic artists that I like, but it's kind of hard to find male vocals that you can sing. So actually at karaoke I kind of totally cut that over and I learn rock music, and this is why my rock music list, which I'll put a link on the side for that way. Yeah, there's some good things here, I think, actually, if you want to just learn some stuff at karaoke, which is kind of a separate thing. But if you want some really good electronic music, man, there is so much good electronic music in Japan. The thing with Japan, of course, is that the scene here is very techno, house oriented. There's a lot of, you know, Detroit sort of techno and a lot of German style techno, which isn't exactly what I was into, although the stuff here is very, very good. So I have gone through and I've written down a quick little list, which I will try to find some YouTube clips for as well, which I'll put on the sidebar, which I hope you just enjoy, because I still think, you know, basically it's such a good scene over here. And yeah, it's still a nice way to go and find out where you can get the music. In fact, the music shopping in Shibuya, I've checked out briefly New York, although I haven't had a chance to really check New York out very well, but I went to London, where a lot of my favourite music comes from the UK. And I was really shocked at how I was just really disappointed at the level of music shops in London. You know, for shopping for vinyl, shopping for records. There is an area where they have those shops, but I mean, compared to the back streets of Shibuya, it's nothing. I mean, I really think Tokyo, even for buying music from England, Tokyo is better than London. It's crazy. So you know, I might even put a link for a map on there. Yeah, I'll put lots of stuff on that I think you can use when you come to Tokyo. But in terms of what I recommend for electronic music, first of all, I'll show you. I quickly went through. This isn't everything that I've got that's Japanese, but here's a few things that I like which are Japanese from my collection. So Mondo Grosso, produced by Shinichi Osawa. This is kind of vocal, it's female vocal, but some of my favourite songs like Life, Bird. There's a female vocalist called Bird who sings a lot on these. Awesome. Pizzicato Five, awesome. DJ Konishi, the guy behind it, also does some stuff independently. Pizzicato Five rocks. This is more kind of hip hop actually. This is all R&B double, but she's very hot, and it's good music, and it's quite good quality stuff as Japanese R&B goes. DJ Hasebe, this is kind of hip hop music and turntablism, but he's a cool guy. M-Flo. M-Flo is commercial, and you can learn. When I go to karaoke, I sing M-Flo songs, or I do the raps on them. They've kind of changed a bit. This is Lisa, she's half Colombian, she's quit. This is Verbal, he's a Korean guy, but he speaks Japanese and English fluently. But the DJ Taku, this guy, he's got great musical sense. I love two-step, and I love breakbeat music, and he does a lot of remix stuff, and he does a lot of stuff by himself. He plays in some clubs, and he makes really, really good music. So anything with DJ Taku written on it is awesome, and the info stuff as well is made with really good sense, I think. German bold italic. This is by one of my favorite artists in the world, Towa Tei. Towa Tei rocks. Ever since Teknova, even when he was part of Delight all the way back, he's still awesome. But yeah, first concert I ever went to in Japan was Denki Groove. Denki Groove rocks. It's actually made up of Fumiya Tanaka, Takkyu Ishino, who I've also got in here somewhere. There's also a spin-off group called Ryukyudisco. All awesome, kind of hardcore, sort of German techno style, but hard beats, fantastic live shows. I can't even begin to describe anyway. Konishi, all sorts of. He's a real sort of granddaddy of techno in Japan, but and there's a great video as well, which I'll put a link on the sidebar for of his. Mansfield, more sort of recent sort of lounge house music, really cool. A lot like Fantastic Plastic Machine, another guy I really like. This is Bird. I was telling you about her earlier. She's produced by Shinichi Osawa, and she, apart from being a very good vocalist, the musical sense with the stuff that gets produced for her is really cool. And I like singing her songs, even though she's a female. Captain Funk, Japan's original big beat DJ, and he makes some cool stuff. This is Takkyu Ishino. He's a member of Denki Groove. I was talking about him earlier. Bird. This is Shinichi Osawa. He made an album a wee while ago. Actually, in his album, he had a bunch of people he produced. Like, for example, what have we got here? We've got Monday Michiru, also very good. Bird, Kyoto Jazz Massive, awesome. Satoshi Tomie, great house music. Fantastic Plastic Machine, all great people. Susumu Yokota, he makes real techno, but he also does he makes some two-step and some breaks music, which I really liked. So that's just some of the vinyl that I have. So other stuff which I really like, which I recommend for electronic music, and I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to say this really fast now. So what else we got? Yukihiro Fukutomi, Fantastic Plastic Machine, I said. Supercar. Supercar is kind of vocal, although it's not really very good for singing. The lyrics are very simple, but I love Supercar. Supercar is awesome. Polysics, arguably not. It's kind of a mix of rock, and it's kind of Devo, but they do a lot of electronic stuff. Again, not really good for singing, but it's great music. Boom Boom Satellites, Halcali, or Halcali, which are two Japanese girls. It's kind of the style is kind of a dorky kind of indies thing, but it's kind of done well. They're really cool. What else we got here? DJ Watarai. I think I've got most of these. Yeah, United Future Organization, Jazztronik. If you're into drum and bass, Makoto is really good. But in terms of like for karaoke, the best thing I can recommend for electronic music is just stuff with good DJs behind them, which again is M-Flo, Rip Slyme. I think has some fantastic tracks, even though that's very much pop music. It's rap music, so it's very hard to learn, but it's a great way to impress people. That's about it. So that's on music. And I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to say thank you very much for the shout out, and hope that helped, and look forward to seeing more of your vids pretty soon, So good stuff. Peace. Good to know you, man.